Hello, we are going to do algebraic identities. So first I'll write down a few identities, then we are going to do examples for them. So first identity you have to remember is a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then we have a minus b whole square. That's equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now this you have to remember, minus b whole square is also plus b square. So only sign change will be in b, negative 2ab. And then we have a most important identity, a plus b into a minus b. This is always equal to a square minus b square. This is a very useful identity and it's also the one that majorly students make a mistake in. Now you remember this identity, but you will also have to process this, that no matter what, a square minus b square cannot be written as a minus b whole square. Okay? You just can't write it. These are two separate things. So these are the square identities. I think we can do one more for this. That is a plus b plus c whole square. That's equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 inside the bracket ab plus bc plus ca. And you just need to remember this one. If the signs are changed, you can just customize it according to that. Like say we have a plus b minus c. So in that case, a square, b square minus c square is also going to be plus c square. Now a into b will be ab, b into negative c. We have to consider this negative sign. B into negative c will be minus bc. So this will change into negative bc. And a into minus c will be minus ac. So this will also become negative. Like this, we can just change the sign in this identity only. I'll show you one more for this. Say it is a minus b minus c. So this should be a square, b square, c square plus 2a into minus b. So that should be negative ab. Then minus b into minus c. Negative into negative is positive. So positive bc. And a into minus c is negative ca. So that's how we can change these. Now let's do some example for these. Then we'll do the cube identities. First of all, questions like this. Using identity, find 103 whole square. Now in these questions, they don't want you to multiply. They want you to find the value without multiplication. We can simplify it and write it as 100 plus 3 whole square. Now this is a plus b whole square. So that should be equal to a square plus b square. I'll just write it 3 square first plus 2ab. 2 into a, that is 100, into b, that is 3. So we're going to have 10,000 plus 9 plus 600. So we can find 103 whole square here. That should be 10609. This is one way to use the identities. And then most of the questions are in this form. Like say if a plus b is given as 7. A multiplied by b is given as 6. You have to find first part a square plus b square. And second part a minus b. So we are going to solve this. For this, first of all, we want whole square. We want a plus b square. So for this, we'll have to square both the sides for the equation we are given. A plus b is given as 7. We'll just square both these sides. We are going to get a square plus b square plus 2ab is equals to 7 square, that is 49. Now in that case, We want to find a square plus b square, but we already have ab value. So therefore a square plus b square is equals to 49 minus 2 into AB is given as 6. So this is coming as 49 minus 12. That should be 37. A square plus B square. Now we have to find A minus B. So for A minus B, we know there is no direct formula of A minus B, but we know a formula of A minus B whole square. That is A square plus B square minus 2AB. So we're going to use this formula. A square plus B square is given as 37. Minus 2 times AB is 2 times 6, that is minus 12. 37 minus 12 is 25. So A minus B whole square is equal to 25. Now this last one is an important step. A minus B is supposed to be under root 25. But under root 25 is not just positive 5. It's positive 5 as well as negative 5. So what we're going to write is plus minus 5. Because we know that positive 5 whole square is 25, but negative 5 whole square. If we do this, that is also coming as 25. So it can take both the values, positive 5 or negative 5. So the value of A minus B will be plus minus 5. But there's a direct identity also if you want to learn it for A plus B and A minus B. It's a relation that's basically found by the previous identities A plus B whole square minus A minus B whole square is equal to 4AB. Like if we are going to square it, we are going to get A square plus B square plus 2AB. Then here also A square plus B square minus 2AB. There's a minus here. We multiply this minus, we'll get minus A square minus B square plus 2AB. So ultimately, if you open this out, you're going to get 4AB. You can directly use it like in the previous question. A plus B was given as 7 and AB was given as 6. So 7 square minus A minus B square equals to 4 into 6. So therefore, 49 minus 4 into 6, that's 24, equals to A minus B whole square. This is also 25, so 25 equals to A minus B whole square. You can use this formula also. Now let's try one more question for square, then we'll go to the cubes. If A plus 1 upon A equals to 2, find A square minus 1 upon A square. Now in this case, A plus 1 upon A is given as 2. You have to find A square minus 1 upon A square. So first thing you should know is that no matter how many times, okay, first let's find A minus 1 upon A. Let me explain it to you properly. Definitely when you're going to square it, this should be A square plus 1 upon A square minus 2. Okay, nowhere in here it's going to give you a negative sign. So if you have A minus 1 upon A, even if you square it, no matter how many times, you're still going to get just A square plus 1 upon A square, not negative. But we are still going to find this, A minus 1 upon A. Why do we need to find this? Because there's only one formula, just a single one, that involves squares with a negative sign in between them. That is A square minus B square. It's equal to A plus B into A minus B. So A square minus 1 upon A square will be A plus 1 upon A multiplied by A minus 1 upon A. We already have A plus 1 upon A, so we need to find A minus 1 upon A to solve it. So you can first find A square plus 1 upon A square, then put the value here to find this. Or you can just do it directly also with the formula I just wrote previously. So this should be A plus 1 upon A whole square minus A minus 1 upon A whole square equals to 4 into A into 1 upon A. These two should be cancelled. So this would be, this is 2 square, that is 4, minus a minus 1 upon a whole square equals to 4. You'll bring it on one side. 4 minus 4 is 0. So 0 equals to a minus 1 upon a whole square. That means that a minus 1 upon a is also equal to 0. So then we'll have a square minus 1 upon a square is equals to a plus 1 upon a, that is 2, multiplied by a minus 1 upon a, that is 0. So it's coming as 0. Now let's write the cube identities. First of all, a plus b whole cube. A plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab. Inside the bracket, a plus b. Then we have a minus b whole cube. That is equal to a cube minus b cube minus 3ab. And we have a minus b. Now this is important. Here we have a negative sign. Minus b whole cube is going to be minus b cube. Okay, and here we'll have minus 3ab, a minus b. Sign does matter in cubing. So these are the formula of cube. And there's also another neat identity if you want to remember it. If a plus b plus c is equal to 0, then we can directly say that a cube plus b cube plus c cube will come as 3abc. I've proved it in a video also if you want to check that out. Alright, so these are the identities. Let's try a cube question. Say if 2a minus b is equal to 3, find 8a cube minus b cube. 2a minus b is given as 3 and a multiplied by b is given as 2. You have to find 8a cube minus b cube. Now in this question, we'll have to cube both the side. 2a minus b is given as 3. We'll do cubing both the sides. So this should be 2a whole cube minus b cube minus 3 times 2a into b. Inside the bracket 2a minus b. That's equal to 3 cube, that is 27. So this is coming as 8a cube minus b cube minus 6 multiplied by ab. Now ab we already know. ab is equal to 2. And inside the bracket 2a minus b. This also we already know. 2a minus b is 3. That is equal to 27. So 8a cube minus b cube is equals to 27. Here we have a negative sign. So this would be positive. We have 6 multiplied by 2, that is 12, multiplied by 3, that is 36. So this is coming as 27 plus 36. That should be 63. So 8a cube minus b cube is coming as 63. This is the answer. And please remember to do this also.